It is an island in the Caribbean. It is home to lush rainforests, black sand beaches, and towering mountains. This beautiful island was once a thriving part of the colonial sugar trade, but today it is best known for its commitment to environmental protection and sustainability. I am talking about an island located in the Caribbean Sea, and I am gonna tell you the history of this island. So let's begin. Before Christopher Columbus ever set foot in the Americas, the island of Dominica was already inhabited by a group of people known as the Kalinago. They are believed to have arrived on the island from South America around 300 years before Columbus's arrival. Kalinago were a peaceful people who lived in harmony with nature. They were skilled hunters, fishermen, and farmers, and they had a deep respect for the land and its resources. The Kalinago called the island Ukaboli, which means tall as her body, referring to the island's mountainous terrain. The peaceful existence of the Kalinago people came to an end when Christopher Columbus arrived in the Caribbean in 1493. During his second voyage to the Americas, Columbus landed on the island now known as Dominica and named it Dominica after the Latin word for Sunday, the day on which he arrived. The Kalinago people resisted the Spanish attempts to colonize the island, but they were eventually defeated and enslaved. The Spanish brought with them diseases such as smallpox and measles, which devastated the Kalinago population. Their numbers dwindled, and those who survived were forced to flee into the mountains. During the 17th and 18th centuries, the island was claimed by several European powers, including France and Great Britain. However, it remained a neutral territory throughout this period. In 1635, the English established a settlement on the island, but it was abandoned a few years later. The French also made several attempts to colonize the island, but they were unsuccessful due to the resistance of the Kalinago people. Finally, in 1761, the British gained control of the island, and it became a British colony. Slavery was introduced to the island, and the economy was based on the production of sugarcane and other agricultural products such as cocoa, coffee, and cotton. The fertile soil and tropical climate of Dominica made it ideal for growing sugarcane, and the island soon became one of the largest exporters of sugar in the Caribbean. The wealth generated from the sugar industry led to the construction of large plantations and estates, which were run by European overseers. The enslaved Africans were forced to work long hours in harsh conditions and were denied basic human rights. They were treated as property and were bought, sold, and inherited like any other object. The enslaved population grew through the importation of new slaves from Africa and through the breeding of enslaved people. By the late 18th century, Africans and their descendants made up the majority of the population of Dominica. Despite the wealth generated by slavery, life on the island was not easy. Natural disasters such as hurricanes and volcanic eruptions were common, and the island was also prone to attack by pirates and privateers. Nevertheless, the sugar industry continued to thrive, and Dominica became known as the Sugar Bowl of the Caribbean. However, the sugar industry began to decline in the late 19th century due to competition from other sugar-producing countries and the abolition of slavery in the British Empire. This caused economic hardship for Dominica, and the island became known as the Poverty Island. In the early 20th century, the people of Dominica began to agitate for independence from the British. The Dominica Labour Party was founded in 1936 to fight for independence and social reform. After World War II, the demand for independence grew, and in 1967, Dominica became self-governing. Finally, on November 3, 1978, Dominica became an independent country within the Commonwealth of Nations. Since independence, Dominica has faced many challenges. In 1979, the country experienced a severe economic crisis and rioting broke out in the streets of Rosal, the capital city. In 1998, Hurricane George caused widespread damage and killed 54 people. And in 2007, the country was hit by a tropical storm that destroyed homes and businesses. Despite these challenges, Dominica has made progress in developing its economy through agriculture, fishing, forestry, and tourism. The country is also home to a vibrant culture that reflects its African, French, and British heritage. The people of Dominica are known for their hospitality and friendliness, and the country's cuisine is a delicious mix of African Indian, Chinese, and Creole influences. One of the most popular tourist destinations in Dominica is the Trois-Pitons National Park, which is home to the country's highest peak, the Trois-Pitons volcano. The park is also home to hot springs, waterfalls, and lush rainforests. Another popular destination is the Cabrets National Park, which is home to a historic fort built by the British in the 18th century. The fort is now a museum, and the park is also home to a variety of hiking trails. Dominica is also home to a number of beautiful beaches, including the famous Champagne Beach, which is known for its warm and bubbly waters. Visitors can also enjoy a variety of water sports such as snorkeling, scuba diving, and boating. But what is the story behind this amazing country? How did it get its name? What is its connection to nature, and why is it becoming more and more popular? Well, let me tell you. The name Dominica is derived from the Latin word domenica, which means Sunday. When Christopher Columbus landed on the island in 1493, it was Sunday, so he named it Dominica. The island is known for its lush rainforests, mountainous terrain, and pristine beaches. Its official language is English, but the main Creole language is Dominican Creole, which is based on French and English. The majority of Dominicans practice Christianity, while Hinduism and Islam are also present. The currency used in Dominica is the East Caribbean dollar. Now let me tell you about its connection to nature. Dominica is often referred to as the nature island of the Caribbean. The country is home to an array of unique plant and animal species, including the endangered sea turtle and the rare Ciceroo parrot. Dominica is also home to several hot springs, waterfalls, and rivers, making it a popular destination for ecotourism. The government of Dominica is committed to protecting the country's natural resources and has established several protected areas, including 2 national parks. These efforts have paid off as Dominica has become a popular destination for nature lovers and adventure seekers alike. Visitors can explore the country's rainforests on foot or by horseback, go swimming in its hot springs, or take a dip in its beautiful waterfalls. And finally, let me tell you why it is gaining popularity. One reason for Dominica's growing popularity is its commitment to sustainable tourism. The country has made efforts to minimize the negative impacts of tourism on its environment and economy. This includes promoting eco-friendly tourism activities, preserving local culture, and supporting community-based tourism initiatives. Dominica has also made efforts to improve its infrastructure, including its transportation system and its hospitality industry. This has made it easier for tourists to explore the country and has improved their overall experience. Additionally, the government of Dominica has been actively promoting the country as a tourist destination, participating in international tourism fairs, and working with travel agencies to develop tour packages that include Dominica. Today, Dominica is known as the nature island of the Caribbean and is a popular destination for tourists from around the world. Its commitment to sustainable tourism, preservation of nature, and improvement of infrastructure has paid off, and its growing popularity shows no signs of slowing down. Dominica may be a small island nation, but it is making a big impact in the world. Its commitment to sustainable tourism, preservation of nature, and improvement of infrastructure is an inspiration to other countries, and its growing popularity shows no signs of slowing down. So if you are looking for a unique travel experience, consider visiting Dominica, the nature island of the Caribbean. You won't regret it. Thank you for listening to the history of Dominica. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and leave a comment below to let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for listening to the history of Dominica. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and leave a comment below to let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.